Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to go for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the chart. In this video, I want to speak about AUD USD because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical side of this market, then we will move to the order flow. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing a very strong level of previous monthly support, again support here, which the market broke to the downside with this impulse. At that point, that previous support was turned resistance here, and at the moment we are once again testing this area that is acting as resistance as we're speaking, and we could expect some short-term bearish price action to develop away from the zone unless the market manages to break above the area. Dropping down on the weekly, what do we see? Now, from a weekly perspective, the market last week has already created this candle here, so a red candle which closed very near to where it opened. Now this is a doji, and from here we could expect some bearish price action to the downside, essentially a correction after this impulse. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we have? Now, from a daily perspective, first of all, I did speak about AUD USD a few days ago after the market had created this M pattern here. In fact, from here, I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we could expect this rejection to the upside. And by the way, I will link in description that previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, at the moment, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently pushing aggressively above the previous high. Now, we have no confirmation yet that the market will actually manage to break above this level. However, at the moment, the momentum seems very strong. And if the market will manage to break above this zone, it would essentially manage to break above the monthly resistance and also the weekly resistance. Now, if it remains below the zone, there is really nothing interesting at the moment. However, if it breaks above this zone, things get very interesting because all this previous resistance would become support. And on the retest of the previous resistance turn support, at that point, we would have very good probabilities for a potential rejection to the upside. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, which are essentially hedge funds, we can see that on the AUD with the last reports, net positions started increasing. We went from having minus 51k net positions, we now have minus 33k net positions. So overall, we can see how shorts are getting closed. If longs will start to get opened as well from an institutional perspective, the AUD will get even stronger, and that could definitely happen if it manages to break above resistance and go for the retest. So if we do get the break on the retest and we see institutional longing around this zone, which at that point would also show some Fibonacci confluence, how we could be approaching the potential rejection higher. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can find at transparentfxtrading.com. Here you have the possibility to gain access to my entire course with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower here past the testimonials, you will see that at the moment I'm running a special promotion in which you have a huge upfront discount on the lifetime access price of the mentorship program from $497 all the way down to $97. And since I have partnered with the forex broker Blueberry Markets, if you open an account from your student dashboard after you joined, you can get a full refund credited back into your trading account. And if you scroll lower here, you will see that there is still time to join before the timer goes to 0 and the offer expires. However, spots are limited, so if they get filled before the timer goes to 0, the offer will end anyway. So I really suggest that you join directly from here in order to gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So definitely looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, and I will see you in my next breakdown.